outgunned by the power creep that is Smash Ultimate.
Yeah.
We had DLC come in. Like, you want a comeback mechanic character with explosive combos? Joker's right there. You want someone that hits insanely hard and has the high combo execution? Kazi is right there. We've had a power creep situation. But what that doesn't mean, Wario hasn't gone anywhere. Still the same guy. He can still keep up with the rest of them. You just need a very advanced pilot at the helm. And that's obviously what Henryk is. And that's why he's at this point in this very tournament looking to make a showing.
Indeed, gets the grab and is already trying to start up those combos, but we see Kendrick Olimar is already trying to play this very, very safe. And that is the correct way to respond to Wario, because you know he has to come in with those strong options. And so if you can zone him out or hit him back with that nair, because for some reason Young Link has only some of the best zoning in the game, but also some of the best up-close buttons in the game, you do have a game plan to play. Right now, RMH is doing a good job of disrupting it and finding a fair. Doesn't quite get the kill, doesn't get the strong hit, but we're already seeing some really aggressive options come out from him, and that's kind of what I want to see.
Yeah, I like that poke into the up B from Henryk, calling out Kendrick Olimar's very own up B, it did look like. Kind of saying that you may have a fast option, I do as well. You can't get away with it for free, because if I space myself right, you are getting punished for it, even when I'm within your burst range. It's a scary thought, and it actually takes off one of Young Link's very kind of universal things, and it removes it from the equation. Kendrick Olimar currently taking their time to space Henryk out, realizing that they're losing these scrapping wars, returning to the default settings, throwing the bombs, throwing the boomerangs, gets the sword, and they're both at kill percent all of a sudden.
Yeah, Kendrick Olimar's doing a great job at just pressuring Henryk as he's above him, and ultimately manages to find that up air really smart catch from the platform. And this is where I think we'll see Kendrick Olimar truly shine once RMH takes his stock, of course. Now he can play. But RMH is a brilliant catch with the bear first. And now we see Kendrick Olimar trying to chain hits together. Great turnaround grab. The patient option from RMH leads to a bit more percent, leads to a better situation as well, as he forces Kendrick Olimar off stage again, goes for 3 different fairs, and is still keeping up the pressure. But yeah, great disadvantage, as you said.
I sincerely would have believed that anyone would have dropped their jump in there, but no, Kendrick Olimar holding onto it for dear life, and Henryk misses that waft, that vital waft that you said won their last set together. It's gone for game 1. Kendrick Olimar now basically can start playing a little bit more intimate, get in their face a little bit more, because a risky waft can't just come out. You can't toss out a Randy up tilt and catch Kendrick Olimar for it. Instead, the pressure is on.
Yeah, Kendrick Olimar doesn't quite get the kill off that confirm, but he's still keeping on pressure, as you said, and just immediately nairs afterwards. Yeah, that nair's fast. Yeah, it's safe. It also kills. What are you going to do about it? That is a crazy move that Kendrick Olimar is using to its full effects right now. And honestly, he's just using Young Link's toolkit to its full effects right now, as he piles on 64% in the blink of an eye. And the pressure's not stopping. You're right, Daleks. He is not slowing down his pace.
Most definitely not. We have actually seen Henryk make a really good use of Chomp throughout the set, almost using it as a substitute for grab at ledge a few times. Granted, it heals him. Granted, it throws quite far. But more importantly, it builds up wealth quickly. That's gone out the equation, though, as Kendrick Olimar lands a very comfy down tilt, catching the recovery and taking that first game in the all-important best of 5.
That was just beautiful advantage state. Typically, Young Link's kind of known for the combos, but Kendrick Olimar slowly but surely whittled down to every single option. First, it was just the high up B, checked. Then it was the bike, checked. Then it was the double jump, checked. Then it was the really strong high recovery, down smashed, dead. Beautiful, perfect situational awareness that leads to a very strong game 1 from Kendrick Olimar.
Most definitely, and here we go into game 2. Henryk kind of taking that time a little bit more, waiting for Kendrick Olimar to send out the options and trying to find a way in. And eventually the option was to charge in head first, which was obviously met by an arrow and then led to 64%, unfortunately getting racked up by Kendrick Olimar.
I think a big thing we haven't mentioned is how much Young Link can kind of take away that bike as well. Bike is very instrumental for Wario's recovery, because otherwise he's just up being and using obviously all the normal means. But Kendrick Olimar so far has stuffed the bike with maybe 6 different options, and 3 of them are projectiles. And that's huge, to be honest. That means they can really pick apart that recovery.
That bomb being set on the stage as well, hugely disrupting a combo, because if Kendrick Olimar wanted there, they can send Henryk backwards, away from the bomb, away from the combo breaker. But if Henryk landed and tried to get damage as he did, bomb intercepts, they both take a little bit of damage, but Kendrick Olimar gets out rent 3, and brilliant up smash to take that first stock. Kendrick Olimar has been very comfortably in the lead all the time so far.
Yeah, and look at that pickup. Now that he's in the lead, he's just going to push it even further. 62% racked on so quick yet again, and Henryk looking for fares. He's looking for honestly anything in neutral right now, but he's not getting an inch. Finally, he sends Youngling off stage. Can he find a ledge trap? No, immediate grab attack. Great option from Kendrick Olimar, who gets back into center stage, and this is where you love to be versus Wario, where you're controlling the space and he can't get in, and he catches Bike with yet another option.
Yep, and the up air catches the ricochet off of it, and RMH Henryk is suddenly on such a bad back foot. Normally, I'm not one to put a lot of weight on Waft. I'm normally one to be like, it's a really good tool, but it's a commentator curse to say that it's very integral to the game. Wario can thrive without it. But right now, I think Henryk needs it, and I mean needs it. There's a lot riding on that down B, and if he can connect it, probably at the start of stock 2, if he can take this one first, sorry, but Kendrick Olimar is not letting up the pressure.
Ooh, no shield poke on that up smash, which finally allows RMH to punish. But the other thing I was going to bring up, Alex, with this Waft is, we don't like you to use Waft for a comeback because it does mean that you won't have access to sprint to stay on stock. He's not even going to get the chance, though. He's not even going to get the chance. But the thing is, even if he didn't die there and then, once Wario has Waft, you're no longer waiting for anything. He has his option. He might hit you eventually. That doesn't matter. It's time to camp. You're not waiting on anything anymore. You're not giving him a resource. You can just camp him out and just keep on peppering his projectiles. And it just feels like Kendrick Olimar has so many different ways to play this right now. When he's on the offense, he's stronger. And when he's on defense, he's going to be stronger. And it feels really, really hard for RMH to find a foothold in this set.
Now, you said as the set started, Kendrick Olimar, the iconic thing was he was the player that chose to lose. He was good enough and he had all the tools in the arsenal to take sets away decisively. It's looking like a whole new Olimar here as the young Link is making a mess of Henryk. Henryk, though, not taking that sitting down. Lovely little three-piece combo in there and trying to take it a little bit further, keep the pressure up, keep the gains on deck. High five, young Link. You're going across the stage.
Yeah, he's really moving nicely right now. He's kind of controlling around those different aerials because he knows that when he gets caught, he can lead to a lot of percent. Kendrick Olimar puts on a lot of percent. He gets out with the up B and looks for an edge guard. Can't quite find anything. But in general, yes, RMH is playing a bit slower. He's playing a bit more patiented. He's going around all these aerials. He's getting the chomp to the ledge still. And it does look a little bit better for sure. But he needs to find the stock before we can be comfortable.
Missed tech from Kendrick Olimar. He had such a good plan there. He had timed the bomb's fuse down perfectly for a bomb recovery. Obviously, a lot harder to do with Young Link than to do with regular Link. And actually feels it out, gets all the right timing, misses the tech at the stage, putting him too low to recover on the bounce back. And right now, it's Henryk with the lead, in fact, after that little blunder. And the half-charge Waft should have taken the stock. Kendrick Olimar, though, ready for it, surprisingly.
Yeah, half-charge Waft just a little bit early. You get it around this minute mark. However, it gets stronger the longer you wait for it to use it, and as a result this was kind of the weaker version, so RMH can't take that stock and he's waiting on Waft yet again now as he can get the stock. He does have a really good percent advantage, but we've also seen Kendrick Olimar take away those leads so swiftly, so he's going to have to look to finish off right now. Definitely
not counting him out, but Henryk has just got his back to a wall at the moment, tossing out back after back here, but Kendrick Olimar actually does reverse that into his own favor. Henryk does have that Waft building up. I think that's 3 charges by now. It's actually gone up quite a lot considering that it was fully used. And Kendrick Olimar is looking quite comfortable, honestly. Keep Henryk juggling, keep him in the air. He knows where Wario's pitfalls are, and he's exploiting them beautifully.
Useful catch on the bomb with the fair. Great gap attack to avoid the neutral B, which would have killed at this percent. And right now, RMH is posturing for a move, but I think that was a big misinput. Alex puts himself on ledge, survives, confirms out of the bomb with the nair. Doesn't get the chomp. Right now, he needs to find it. And that's the weak part of dash attack. Daleks, he's not finding anything substantial. He's on the verge, but he's not quite getting it. And the down air comes out.
Kendrick Olimar has been alive on this stock for about 2 minutes. And Henryk is just finding stray hits. He's almost at 200%. And he's Young Link. You just need to touch him. And he should evaporate like there's no tomorrow. Kendrick Olimar finally falls into the waiting jaws of the garlic chomping lad. And finally loses that second stock. It's an even game coming into the 4-minute mark, and Henryk finally manages to reverse Kendrick Olimar for even daring to touch his shield.
This does mean it's been about 1 minute and 40 seconds since half Waft was used, Alex. So you know what that means. We're getting that option back online very shortly. RMH will have a way to seal out an early stock if he can just hold on. There it is. There's Fulwaf, but Theo has not stopped putting on pressure. He needs to find the hit, and he goes for it, but it's too late, and he punishes it perfectly.
Never again, says Kendrick Olimar. The last time I saw you, that's how it ended, and this time you tried it and you blundered. I know what I can do about it. Watch this. I'm so about it. What an incredible set. Both players playing incredibly, but Kendrick Olimar showing the sheer force of will that he has been adapting recently to just take that improvement and make it keep going higher and higher. I think he could go all the way today.
This is it. This was the player that chose to choke, that chose to lose. He's not making the same stupid decisions anymore. He is going full force into this bracket. He is quite the high seed as well because he's been doing phenomenally lately.
I can see why.
And it feels like he's only, I feel like you're right. He's only going to go higher.
Yeah, I'm totally a believer, and I could see Kendrick Olimar going very high in this tournament. What seed is he? Do you know?
I believe he's roughly around the 40 mark.
Around the 40 mark? I think he could go further.
Oh, yeah.
I could see that. I could see that being a thing. So keep tuned. There's actually a upset thread happening on the Regen Twitter. Keep an eye on that. You might see his name pop up on there quite a few times in the coming day.
Indeed. Sunday looks like we've got a lot to look forward to. We've seen the seeds as seeded winning, but we've also seen a fair bit of upsets. We've seen it go back and forth, and what we've actually seen, in my opinion, is just how closely knit in terms of skill all these players are. It can be anyone's game tomorrow. Yes, you have your Blooms. Yes, you have your Lugis that sit at the echelon. But those fighting for those middle placements, or even the higher placements, they are all competing neck and neck.
I would say, like, genuinely, we've got this upper echelon of players here. But, like, normally when you're at a major like this, you expect there to be, there's this essence of, you know, the pools of this phase where, you know, you filter out the weak, the new players. Because there's always going to be new players at a major. Of
course.
This tournament has felt like a bloodbath start to end. We're commentating pools, and we're like, oh, here's one of the best in the UK, sitting next to an ex-best in the UK. There is all of the top talent here. Everyone who is everyone is here, and everyone is just scrapping and fighting to earn their right to be at Regen 2023 Sunday. Not even to be at like top 16 to get to the second day.
And this is also part of why we love Regen. As the biggest tournament in the UK every year right now, it is the one where every single talent comes out to play, and when they do, it is a joy to watch, and more importantly, a joy to talk over, as we've been doing.
Most definitely. Do we have sets left? Are we done?
Yes, it is just Cruz. So that is the end of Wave D, and there will be some loser sets, but it's the end of winner side of pools in general.
Yeah, wow. Well, that means do not go anywhere. We have other stuff coming up. We've got Cruz. We also have a Salty Sweet coming up tonight, where we have some of the biggest beefs in Smash UK being settled for your entertainment. I can already say I've got my eyes on a hot set. We've got Humming Bee, the representative from France, doing battle with Nut Roast, the representative of the UK, in a commentator versus commentator battle where they're both going to be doing the comms for the game themselves.
As they play.
While they play. So that one's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Maybe a few insults will be thrown.
Oh, more than a few, because swearing will be allowed at that point of the day.
Oh, no.
and drinks will be. So you know the vibe. You know the vibe.
Oh,
Me personally, I've got my eyes on a different one. I've got Joycey versus Trinity.
One of the
big beef matchups right now. It'll be me and Rekka on comms for that. Me from the Midlands supporting Joycey, Rekka from London supporting Trinity. It's going to be a joy.
It most definitely is. And this has been a joy start to end, and it will keep being a joy all the way through to the end of Sunday. Don't go anywhere. We look forward to seeing you, because I'm commentating Sunday.
I'm commentating Sunday.
So we'll see you there then. How about that? We'll see you later.
Bye.